Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Fungo Sports Podcast. I'm Zach, and as always, in the corner over there, we got Coach Tyler.
Is this season 2? Do we call this season 2 yet?
Officially season 2 today.
Okay.
I don't know if we made a big enough deal about season 1 being over.
Right. I don't think we did.
But season 2, episode 1 is exciting today because we have with us two-time back-to-back state champion, Cooper head coach for past 5 years in wrestling, Coach Rios with us.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it. Got you here a little early, but thank you.
It's early, and this episode will air later in the week, but it's game day today.
Yeah,
it is. Oh my gosh,
game day. Tech BYU. I'm not at game day, so we can be here with you right now.
Go.
Did y'all see the pictures though of them like at 5 a.m.? Like they were already like
huge,
packed, like insanely packed. Like it's been like a really cool week, kind of building up to like this game. Like everyone keeps asking, like all my students keep asking, like who do you think is gonna win? I'm like, I don't see how you come into this environment and beat Tech now because like it's so crazy.
It's wild, dude. And you know, we were talking about this at dinner last night. My kid was like, "Have you seen all the tents? Have you seen all?" Like, man, yeah, it's awesome.
Started early in the week too. Those tents.
Yeah, there's like a whole like Sunday, like a week before the game even like was happening.
Like 5 tents out there.
Yeah,
and now like 2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You know, I remember, I'm just excited one time. So I was at Tech when we had the famous Crabtree catch, right? And so we did this way back then. Yeah. So it's bringing up memories. I wish I was out there, but also at the same time, I don't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're a Lubbock person, like and you are truly invested in Tech, you know where you were in that, like for that game. Like I remember like being in my living room, like I remember like exactly what it looked like, and I remember like when that happened, like jumping out of my couch and like screaming and like yelling and all those things that we actually like obviously my first thought was like, was he out of bounds? Like, you know, but like I feel like everyone knows that, like that moment, like that's your like where were you moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're excited about the Tech game, but more excited about you, Coach. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Hey man, like we said in the intro, back-to-back state champions. I don't want to pass by that at all. Go ahead and just like jump in. Tell us about your program. You know, there's a lot of expectation anytime you're winning.
Yeah.
And a lot of excitement too, and you're about to get your season going. Tell us about your program a little bit, man.
Yeah, so, you know, I was fortunate enough to get into the right district, right? I think that's kind of where it starts. And so, they put me in the right spot. Kind of got lucky, you know, Cooper being so big. We were busting at the seams, and I came in, you know, so there was no Liberty. A lot of kids don't make teams, right? So I was lucky enough to be there at the right time with the right kids, and some of these kids got cut. Showed up to the counselor's office, talked to a big group of girls of I don't know how many, maybe 25 girls in there that were about to get their schedule changed. And so I don't know, out of that bunch, maybe 10 were like, yeah, I'm down, I'll try it. And there was obviously some hesitation even in that 10, but I'm like, yeah, you're about that weight. Yeah, you're about that. Okay, yeah, this can work.
Yep.
And so, you know, luckily out of that bunch, had some hardworking kids, right? And so just set the standard early, got to be at practice, got to work hard, and kids did it, right? So some of these kids were they were used to it from the middle school, right? Like if they weren't making the teams here at the high school, they probably weren't making them there. But, you know, hey, 9th grade, last shot, let's give it one. So they found a home. And I think that helps. Like when a kid feels like, I got a place. Yep. So then they worked hard for it. You know, a lot less expectations our first year. And, you know, not a lot of people know this, but they originally wanted me to start out as a JV team when they hired me. And I was like, nah. Not gonna
all in.
Yeah. I was like, let's go. Like, I believed in myself. I thought that I could do a pretty good job just from the coaching that I've done in the past. And so jumped in. We had some success. We could have had 3 kids at the state tournament. 2 kids were close. 1 kid was actually an alternate, and then I got a girl that took 3rd our first year.
That's awesome.
Year 2, all those other kids caught up, right? Those other kids that they got a year under their belt. We know what to expect. And so went in. Nobody had an expectation for us. Nobody, you know, Lubbock. Nobody knew who we were, and so that was nice, right? We came out of nowhere. We lost second year by 2.5 points.
Oh, my goodness.
We took second.
Second, right, yeah.
Yep. Next year, we took 9 girls to the state tournament.
That's insane.
Yeah. And I think it was that year there was 12. So out of the 12, we took 9. We won it.
That's crazy.
It
Yeah.
was.
So this is third year of you coaching.
At that time.
At that
time.
time. Yeah.
So this was my third year coaching at that time.
Yeah.
We won it. It was kind of a little bit expected this year. They're like, yeah, he's bringing everybody back. Nobody's graduating. Like, what can we do? So, yeah, we got 9. Graduated some. And so then this next year, everybody's like, I heard from another coach. I think he's more in the Dallas area. And he's like, man, some of these other coaches are this specific coach is a little bit more knowledgeable. It's like, man, some of these coaches are saying you don't have the team that you had before. And he's like, dude, your team's better than what it was before. And he's like, this guy's going to win it again. And I laughed because there was people thinking, like, when we came out in the rankings that next year, they had us low. And then it wasn't until regionals they put us back up at number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah. And so then, won it again that next year. And said that was my first group of seniors.
That's cool.
So it was special.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that hard?
oh, yeah. Yeah. It was, it was the girls that were in the counseling office, and, unfortunately, on that road, we lost some girls.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about coaching style. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
It happens.
And, yeah. I honestly told my girls this week, set them down, and I'm just like, look, I'm probably not the best girls coach. We win, but like a girls coach, I'm probably not the best, and they're like, I can be a little bit mean, I can be a little harsh. I try to be truthful, in most cases, and that's hard for girls. I guess I should say not to be, you know what I mean?
No, that's accurate.
I'm pretty blunt, and for some, I can say things a little bit nicer, and anyway, I told them that this week, and they're like, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to do a little bit better. I got to do a little bit better with you guys. So we got a lot of green kids in there, but they're soaking it up. Yes, sir.
So what's it look like this year?
Man,
because you graduated some really good seniors.
Correct.
Like I mean that they were helping carry.
Yes.
Yep.
Man, we give away my secrets, but we got some kids that have never been seen because they were behind those girls, right? We're gonna surprise some people.
I love it.
We're gonna surprise some people. I think we'll do well. We had a scrimmage last night. The girls wrestled really good. It's just the Lubbock local area scrimmage, but they wrestled well. Got some sophomores. They should have some breakout years. There's some girls back there that haven't really got to even touch the mat. They haven't had a season. I have a senior who hasn't had a season because she's always behind somebody else. And so, man, but heck, she's just good.
Yeah,
she's good. And so people are gonna see her like, where did this girl come from? So I'm excited. We have the numbers. We have the ability to do really well at the state tournament. But you got to get there.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Wrestling is kind of weird because like you could be a freshman wrestling a senior.
Yep.
Like you're the same weight, but like you never know kind of what kind of match you're gonna get with that. So who on your team, like without giving away your secrets, obviously, but like who are those kids that we should be kind of like looking out for, like that are gonna be like, these are these go-tos, like who are those ones?
So Anave is one that I was speaking about. She hadn't really got to have a year. Alyssa is the only girl coming back this year from my state championship team last year.
Oh, okay.
She was the only junior, or the only junior that was on the team. So she's coming back this year as a senior. Dariana should have a really good year. I got these 2 girls that I call the Peanuts. I got them out of PE their freshman year. You had to, when you're recruiting like that, especially with the girls, you typically can't just get one.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, she's with a friend. I was like, hey, and you can come too. Really, I can't remember what weight I needed at the time. I want to say maybe I needed a 100-pounder. And so that's Mariana. She should have a really good year. And then her friend Jabri. Jabri's a little bit bigger than her. And I was like, hey, you can come too. And they're real quiet, reserved. They kind of still are. But man, they just been grinding all summer.
Get after it.
Yeah. So those guys should do really well. I got Taylon's little sister, Tylee.
Yep.
Zelia Rodriguez. So that's my core. That's probably going to be like
So do you just like see kids in the hallway sometimes and you're like, hey, you ever wrestled before?
Yeah, I'm really curious about your recruitment process because you've kind of mentioned it a couple of times. And you know, Coach and I were talking about recruitment and you know how you find athletes and that kind of thing. But wrestling really is unique, you know, because it's a different sport than your core volleyball, basketball, your core sports.
Yeah, you know, for me, I don't know. I believe in myself. I believe if I can get a kid to show up to practice, I can make them good.
Yeah.
Right? And so if they're there, I can take care of the rest, right? Me or my coaching staff can take care of the rest. We got those people in the room. We're good. And that's really it. So I learned that after like the first couple of years to ask better questions. Like, what's your parents' schedule like in the morning?
They got to be able to show up.
Not just straight up. How much do you weigh?
Yeah, and so it's like really it didn't matter, right? Because I had this conversation with a girl in the cafeteria. This was last week. Her little brother wrestles, and I saw her at our club tournament last weekend. She was in the stands, and I'm like, "What are you doing? You should be wrestling."
I mean, you're here.
Right? Yeah, right. And so anyway, I saw her in the cafeteria, and I was like, "You're Randall's sister?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's me." And I'm like, "Why aren't you wrestling?" "I don't know." You know, most girls, I can't wrestle. You know, or it's like the complete opposite. "Oh, I got anger issues. I can't get on the mat. And I'm gonna hit."
You don't want to see who I turn into.
Yeah, that's like high percentage of people. And I'm like, but anyway, I told her, I said, everybody's a wrestler to me.
Yeah.
Right. You know, that's the beauty of wrestling. Anybody can, any shape, build. Too tall, too small, none of that. Like you can wrestle, right? You show up to practice, and so anyway, yeah, I got better at the questions when it came to recruiting. My first 2 years, I recruited some bad eggs in the sense of like they're here, there. The list could go on and on, right? But okay, what do your parents do? Okay, can you show up to practice at 7 a.m? Can you get picked up at 6 o'clock? What time do they get off of work, right? Because I already know the schedule in my head.
Right.
And so depending on what they say, I'm like, okay, hey, yeah, just go have a seat. Or, hey, nice talking to you.
Good meeting you.
Yep. But then the next question is like, hey, you ever heard about wrestling? Yeah. And, you know, you'd be surprised, which I think this is everybody. It's like, I thought about it before. I've seen it. Are my friends done it? I like it. Because, you know, it's kind of that route like, I know I'm not making the volleyball team. I know I'm not making the basketball team type of deal, right? I don't have the hand-eye coordination. I just don't have the ability. I trip over my own feet. And so that stuff kind of comes into play. But, yeah, that's kind of how I recruit kids. I just kind of see, and if I have a need, like I have a couple needs right now, and I've been in the halls. Oh, yeah. Let me go have a conversation with you. And so, yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I gotta ask, because you've talked about like recruiting and stuff like that. At what point does your program just get to where you're not having to recruit as hard? Are you there yet? Are kids just coming in and saying, like, what's your numbers look like? You know, for wanting to be involved.
No. So see, that's kind of the issue too, right? You get these kids, PE kids or kids in the hallways, and you see them change, right? And you're like, man, I love this. That's truly what it's about, right? It's for the kids. You want them to succeed, not just in wrestling, but in life. And so when you give a kid an opportunity like that, like, you know, I always picture my kids that I got my first year in the counselor's office. They are just destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, life's over for this high school kid. And, you know, you give these kids this opportunity, you change their life. And wrestling does that. Obviously, I'm biased because it did it for me, but, like, it changes you.
It does.
Completely, inside and out. And especially if you do it the right way, right? And so you get some of these kids, you invest in them in a year, and you're like, man, you're kind of still a jerk, or you're a little bit of a knucklehead. And then you do get some of the good crop in that came in, like, oh, I wrestled 7th grade, 8th grade. They come in. And so there's a little bit of clash.
Yep.
I dealt with that a little bit last year. I had to cut some kids that were in the program for 3 years, that were in the program for 2 years.
Wow.
And they would beat those people walking in the door. But then it's a culture issue, right? You get some of these kids, you get them off the street, quote unquote, right? You get them off the street, and it's like, it's kind of hard to completely turn them into an athlete unless they engulf themselves in wrestling.
Right.
And that's kind of what I've had to learn the hard way these last few years with that recruiting. And I had my first biggest class this year.
Okay. What's that look like?
I had 11 girls come in as freshmen. I was like, we had like 5.
Yeah.
Right. So we doubled it. Basically the same thing with the freshman boys. I had 10 come in. And so, yes. And then to piggyback off of that, by this time, if I had it my way, I would have. This thing would be a well-fed machine,
right?
And that's what most good programs are when it comes to wrestling. You start them young. You start your own club. 4 years old, they're going through the pipeline. By the time they get to you, there's no stopping them.
Yep.
And so, I got a good coach at the middle school now, Coach Rios.
Yeah.
Those kids are practicing at our high school. He's busting them up. He's about it. He's a wrestler, right? He's my friend for a long time. Convinced him to come over here, and
Recruiting coaches now too. All right.
there we go.
Building a program,
right?
man.
Yeah, trying to, right? And so I finally got somebody in the middle school position. It was vacant. I'm like, hey, please, hey, Coach Davis, hey, I got a guy, and he's a wrestler. He's a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, has he ever done this? It's like, he'll learn football. He'll do everything that he needs to do. I guarantee you. I'll sign my name on it. And they love him.
Yeah.
The principal loves him. The coaches love him. Like, yeah, he works hard. He does what he needs to do, gets it done. And now those kids are there.
Yep.
And he got like 50 kids in both grades.
Man,
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, and
good
so
numbers.
it's like, we're definitely going to get more than 10, right? And so, and then now they're going to have time under their belt in our room. And it's like, all right, here we go. Now we're going. Yes, sir.
That's when I coached in middle school. That was kind of my thing. So I didn't do basketball because honestly I got cut from basketball on day 2 of tryouts. So basketball not my thing. But I went straight to wrestling. And when I ran our off-season program, I forced them basically. I said like, if you're not in basketball, you're wrestling. Now, and I did tell them too. I was like, hey, like doesn't mean you're necessarily gonna have to wrestle in a meet. I was like, but you're gonna practice every day. And you're going to learn it. You're going to figure it out. And, I only need 1 per weight class. Yeah. So, like, I'm sure between the 40 girls I have in off season, I can find 1 per weight class. Yep. And that's honestly what happened. Like, I started finding 1. And then, like, we started getting successful. And then these kids are like, wow, like, I can be good at something. And they're like, I don't have to be a basketball player. I don't have to be a volleyball player. And then, like, these girls that I had my last year in middle school, like, they, like, invested so much in it. They started a club. They started doing all these other things. And now they're in high school. They're still wrestling. I'm like, that's perfect. So like any middle schooler, like I would give them that advice. Like if you don't make volleyball, you don't make basketball, you're not a runner, wrestle. Like it's not. I don't know why there's always this like stigma around wrestling. Like it's so bad. Like no, like it's just wrestling. Like it's fun. Like it's so much fun, especially when you win your first match. And that's like probably the best feeling ever. I mean, obviously losing your first match is not the greatest feeling, but but that first win, like when you win, like I don't know, like I love it. I love individual sports just because like I don't know, like you get all the you get all the praise, but like it's also a team sport too because like you get to stand around your team screaming your lungs off trying to like support your kids, and I don't know, it's such a fun little world that I feel like people miss out on because they get this weird stigma around it or whatever.
And so that's the thing is like I didn't have a U at the middle school, right? And so if that's the case, then we're not going to have wrestlers. That's most of these middle school kids, they need direction, right? And if all they're hearing from their peers is wrestling's weird, wrestling's this, wrestling's that, why are you wearing that? You're gonna wrestle. You're gonna wrestle in that thing that with your tight to your skin, and so that's what we've been missing, right? And so to make a long story short, like I knew when I saw you at the middle school championship, however long ago, it was probably my first year. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I've never seen him before. He's coaching these kids great. And it made me upset. I was like, that's all I need. I need a guy who's passionate, who's a coach. I need a coach.
Yeah, you do.
Who's going to coach and get after it, right? And so, like, and they're super passionate about the sport. And so then the kids change.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got kids, I don't know, there's so many hidden gems.
Oh, yeah.
So many hidden gems that they could leave wrestling if they wanted to leave wrestling, right, and then go have success. After a year under your belt in wrestling, that kid that couldn't walk a straight line, after that, you're like, who is this kid? And then the confidence boost, like, it's just crazy. Like, even me having success coming out of wrestling, like, I was running faster track times just because that belief in myself. Everything changed. But yeah.
7 a.m. workout ethic. that did it.
That manage your weight, manage everything. There's a lot of discipline that comes with wrestling. That, I mean, I feel like it. You know, I only wrestled for, I guess, 4 years of my life, and like, I still think about those memories more than I think about a lot of other memories. Like, you know, I remember Coach Sandoval and all these things. You know, I remember like being a demo person. We're like, hey, I need someone to like to show something on. He'd grab me, and he's, you know, obviously got like 200 pounds on me or whatever. And I just remember like, I don't know, it's just. It's such a fun world. And like, even like coaching, like I remember like there'd be times like I'm like on like all fours, like like right by the ring, like just like trying to scream at the top of my lungs and just about to run out on the mat myself and do all those things. But you know, it's fun. And you know, like let's talk about coaching. How do you feel like your coaching style is like when it comes like match time? Like what are you like?
Yeah, match time. I'm that guy too. I'm moving, doing everything with them, and you know, I'm trying to. There's a guy that I look up to. His name's Cale Sanderson. He's the head coach at Penn State. He's phenomenal. The dude shows zero emotion.
Really?
Zero emotion. Yeah, he's like out of the last 15 national championships, I think he won 13.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
It's look him up. It's a dynasty. He's a straight savage, and I like that, right? Because it's just mystery.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's just like. He's not even coaching his kid. And in reality, he's right.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, I don't know. At his level, he's right. At my level, kids still need to be coached through a position.
For sure.
But I'm like, dang, I wish I was that good of a coach where I can just sit there and just watch my kid win.
And win national
Yeah,
champions.
exactly. Man. And he's just like, and that's the thing. It's like I can't remember the saying, but one of the kids talked about it before. Like, I don't know, where's that hidden scroll or something in some movie? And it's like the secret scroll, and that's the secret to everything they have, and then the scroll's blank.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. And it's like they like compare that to Cale Sanderson, right? Like it's wrestling's wrestling.
Yeah.
Single leg, single leg, double leg's a double leg, right? You know, but anyway, yeah. So I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I am. I get after it. I get fired up, especially when we lose.
Oof.
So my kids hate. My kids make fun of me all the time. I hear the quotes more now, but they're like, "Hey, yeah, Coach Rios, like, yeah, go out, go have fun." What were you thinking doing that? Why? And I'm like, okay, I gotta chill out a little bit. But
I remember my wrestlers would always tell me, like, I'd be yelling at them, like, why didn't you do this? Like, Coach, I couldn't hear you. I'm like, well, I'm still yelling anyway.
Yeah,
That gave me an idea on our next media day with you guys. We're going to need to do a behind the scenes impression of Coach. Best impressions.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good.
You can get some good things.
Yep, you probably
Don't let
will.
us forget that.
You probably will. But yeah, I get a little crazy sometimes. But
That's awesome. Hey, you've had a lot of big matches with your team. I want to know about your one of your best memories as a coach. Biggest matches.
okay,
You're gonna say the answer in the winning the state championship first time. I want to hear about like something that you're on the sideline or you're on the mat and you're like, whoa, I can't believe this is going on right now.
man, there's a few. I'll say this one. Gabe Ordonez, his semifinals match last year. He's a senior for me, and he's just a great kid, outstanding kid. We made last minute weight class change. Like there's a point in the season where he was probably going to go 157. Okay, and he had got down to about 158. He's maybe 160 walking around, and I'm like, I think you're best fit at 65. Okay, so he stays 65. Then at the end of the year, I'm like, yeah, hard shift. We're going 75.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so through all these changes, he's just like, okay, yeah, coach, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
That's
Got
awesome.
it, got
Love
it.
that.
Yeah, that's him. And so, state semifinals, he's wrestling this kid from Melissa. We're wrestling against a D1 caliber guy, Oliver Pierce. And so, we're going at it, head to head. We're losing. We're losing the match, basically, I don't know, the whole time. And Gabe's he's just Gabe in it. He's a machine. He's wrestling the whole time. He's not stopping. He's still going. This kid that he's wrestling is really good. I think he was seeded 2. Gabe was like seeded 6.
Oh, dang.
And it's just buzzer beater. right? That's kind of what he hit. We're literally on the edge of the mat. This guy's fighting off a takedown. We end up getting behind. Literally 1 second on the clock. 1 second on the clock. He secures the takedown on the edge.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Just that guy's head's in the mat. Gabe gets around. Boom. And I just went crazy. And Gabe went crazy. And it was like, we made it to the state finals. Like, we got a shot.
That's awesome.
So that was an awesome feeling. He was just super pumped. He's a kid that just works hard. And I wanted him to make it to the finals really bad. So I'll say that one. And I used that one because I used it for the kids like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so all those feelings came back. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man, those buzzer beaters stress you out a little bit. Like when you're like, you just need one takedown or one reversal, just something. Like, man, this can get so stressful but so fun. When you talk about kind of like the weight classes and stuff like that. How do you help kids kind of manage that weight? Because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
I feel like for wrestling, like dropping, gaining, it's hard to manage. It's hard to understand. How do you help teach and like guide them through that process?
So you got to just start out with strength. Kind of got to be realistic with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got returners in the room. Hey, this kid's 150. He's doing this on the weights. You're 150. You don't look like him.
Fair.
And you are not doing this on the weights.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so we got to get it up in the weight room, or we got to get our weight down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so, I just kind of like open their eyes
Mm-hmm.
to it a little bit. And so then once they kind of see that, they're a little bit more motivated. And then, you can obviously compare them to the person as a whole. Like, this kid is this weight, and they did not perform. And they are lifting this weight.
Right.
And so it's like, it's not always just strength in wrestling, but that's just kind of our measuring stick before we get out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's kind of what you got to look forward to. Or we can kind of, clean up our diet. I saw you drinking that Coke. I saw you eating those chips. Like, you got room to grow, to develop, to clean this up. And so that's kind of the best way that I put it for them with the kids that are in our room. And so then they kind of go off that and you just go from there.
Yeah.
Go from there. But things change, right? Obviously, and that's kind of what I tell them. Because, like Gabe, he was dialed in. He's like, I'll go 57. And he gets there, and then I'm like, nah, 65. Nah, 75.
It's a big jump, man.
Yeah.
That's a huge
He was
jump.
undersized
Yeah.
at the state tournament, too. And that's why, like, that match mattered, too, to me. Because it's like,
Do you feel pressure? Like, because like you feel like you put him in that position, so it's like
changed his whole trajectory, right? And like, that's coaching.
Yeah.
It's coaching. Hindsight 2020 made the right call, right? But it's like all the things you look at and it's like, ugh.
What if it hadn't gone that way? Yeah.
165 and 175 were really stacked weight classes that year. We kind of got a break. One of the kids from another school got knocked out at the regional tournament because of weigh-ins.
Wow.
Yeah, weigh-in mishap. He went at the weigh-ins on time. DQ'd him.
Wow.
He was the number one kid in the state. He would have won it. And me and Gabe were like, if we make it to the state championship, opposite side of him, we're good. Right? And let's just go have fun.
Right.
Which Gabe still took second that year, but it is what it is. There's another really good kid from Randall.
Okay.
They produce, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's been, a ride.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
And Coach, I want to talk so you mentioned it earlier, and I want to go back to it. Kind of your building a program.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said it starts when they're young.
Yeah.
And stuff like what you're wearing right now, your pirate
Sure.
wrestling. So I'm not familiar with the club wrestling circuit.
Yeah.
What's that look like? I know you coach own a wrestling club.
Yep.
And that's pirate wrestling, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. Tell me about what the wrestling club world looks like.
Okay. So, you got your extremes with everything, right? Mm-hmm. But we try to not be too extreme. You start at 4 years old, and some kids start younger, right?
Wow.
I had my daughter on the mat rolling around. She was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 2 years old, 4 years old. 4 years old is like officially like when you can kind of compete. Some people put them in at 3.
Yep.
It's a little crazy, but the season is basically the same time as ours. So there's 3 styles. Folk style, which is the same style that we wrestle in high school. And so this season right now for club is folk style.
Okay.
And so the start of club season was last weekend, November 1st. They kind of moved it up a little bit. So we started in November, and we overlap with the high school season, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, like that sounds.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. It's not the best, but that's because the real main focus is the other 2 seasons, which is freestyle and Greco, right? And so that starts when our season ends. Okay, and then they kind of work it out too, to where really the only thing you're missing high school at the club scene. But at the same time, it also gives some of the JV kids an opportunity to compete.
For sure.
And so that's kind of what I'm pushing it as now. So I started my club because, I didn't have the pipeline, right? So I kind of got to make my own and get kids to come wrestle at the club, start them at a younger age, get them through. And so probably in the next few years when I'll see my first real
see the results from your club kids.
My labor. Yeah. Because I have some 7th grader. I have like a 7th grader boy class of 4 that are competing right now, and then I have an 8th grader class of like 3 that started with me 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
And so we compete through November all the way to February. The club, they kind of work it out well, right? So the week after our state tournament is the club state tournament.
Oh wow. So they're already prepped and ready.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yep. And so it works. And again, it gives a lot of those JV kids an opportunity. Hey, I'm going to the state tournament too, right? Type of feel. And so if you're that kid, if you're motivated, if that's what you want to do, you want to go do those things. But yeah, so we kind of, it doesn't matter to me. National championship at 10U, 12U, that stuff doesn't matter. I need same thing, same mentality. I just need a kid to make it to me, right? You get to me, all right, let's do the things. Let's have some fun. And get after it. But that's kind of what the club scene looks like. And so then after that, in April, February, March. April, freestyle and Greco season start. And so then that kind of technically doesn't end. It runs all the way through the summer. So if you do good at the local Texas, or not local, but if you do good at the Texas state tournament, you qualify for the national Texas team. And so then a lot of that stuff takes place in July.
Gotcha.
In the summer, June and July, there's some national duels, and then there's national tournaments that you qualify for, and you get to represent Texas.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's good. Like anything, depends on what you kind of the time you kind of put
into it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So you've got your pipeline now. And one of the things that you do that's really cool, and we talked about it a little bit before, is how you keep wrestling exciting on the at the high school, the way you, and I'm talking about senior night, the way you I guess show off your kids at meets that you so what I'm talking about is he has a meet at senior night, always on senior night, that's hosted out here at Cooper. And I know other schools, I think Friendship does like an under the lights thing. Other schools do stuff like this, but you do a really cool job of creating almost like I don't want to say like
WWE.
Yeah, I did want to say it, but I didn't want to say it. But you create an entertainment atmosphere. Is that a fair way to say it? Describe that. Tell us what it is. What gave you that idea? And
so, just being a fan of wrestling, you kind of see some of these some of these duels at home. Iowa specifically is one that I kind of saw. This was like my first year. They had the flares and lights coming on and off. Iowa's crazy, and so. I was just like, I want that. we got to have that. We got to have that. I want to grow wrestling. That's kind of the way you do it. And Robert Rios.
I did see him. Yeah,
he's a shout out to MR3 Entertainment. He is just a great dude, man. So this year 1, I reached out to him. I said, hey man, here's kind of what I'm thinking. Here's a little bit snippet. He's like, I got you.
Yep.
Give me the date. I'll be there. And I was like, okay. So then he showed up. He had like the pyro towers, like everything. Cool. He was ready to go. He DJ'd it. He did all the stuff for me. He
was a beast of a wrestler too.
Like, he's a stud. We have a move called the Rios, and all the kids think it's named after me, and I'm like, no, it's not named after me. It's named after a guy I used to wrestle with, an art club coach, named after him because he'd tear people up with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I reached out to him, got that set up, and then the kids love it. And then like last year was our first year. They were kind of like, we outsourced it. Hey, bring your teachers, tell them, do this, get T-shirt, all this stuff. And so these teachers came out and they're like, oh my gosh.
It's different.
Yeah, they're like, if I knew wrestling was like this,
I
would have been there a long time ago. They're like, I loved every minute of it. So yeah, Robert helps me out, man, big time. And so,
Yep.
yeah, a lot of the other schools now are doing it,
Yep.
right? And so I love it.
Yep.
That's like, not trying to gatekeep or,
Right, yeah.
And so it's good for Robert. It's good for everybody.
It's good for wrestling.
It's
There
good.
you,
Yeah.
That's
It's
it
good
right
for
there.
wrestling,
That's
yeah.
the biggest thing for me. And it's like, okay, cool. So now we kind of getting some publicity. The little kids see that. Hey, I want to grow up. I want to do that. I want to get my name called. Come out to my song. Wrestle on the mat in front of everybody. So yeah, and he's done it every year after that for me.
So what do you have the date for this year already for that?
December 15th
December 15th at Cooper.
at Cooper. December 15th.
I don't know where I'm going to be December 15th.
December 15th.
Yeah,
It really
it's a
is.
Monday.
And for those that are not familiar with it, I mean, it's a WWE atmosphere. He said the pyro, the smoke, the room looks like a fungo photo shoot, honestly. I mean, there's so much smoke. The lights are out. There's lasers going off. There's,
cool.
I almost feel bad for because it's a
opposing team?
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
feel bad for the opposing team because it's a total home court advantage at this home mat
Right.
advantage.
Yep.
I mean, these seniors walk out to their wrestling song, their hype up song, right?
Yep.
And you can't help but win. I was real frustrated. I think it was the first year I was there. Because my kid was playing basketball at the middle school, and you told me, yeah, stop by. You didn't tell me what it was. You're like, stop by, check these photos out, or check it out, take some photos. So I walk in, I'm just like, what in the world? And I had to bail out early. But the one match I watched was one of the twins, the boys. Gosh, I don't know which one.
Jordan or Jaden.
Yeah, Jordan or Jaden. I think it was Jaden actually.
Okay.
Maybe I'll tell the story. But he's going and he was good. And he won that round. But he walked off with like a bloody nose, and it's so cool because like this is my intro to wrestling, right?
Right.
And so he's got a bloody nose. They shove something up there, and he gets back up there, and he's like throwing kids around. It was awesome. And that's the match I got to watch, and then I had to go watch my kid. I was like, man, I need to pencil this one every year. This is cool.
Well, see, okay, so now got me thinking, and I'm sure you probably thought about this wrestling walkout song. What would yours be?
Ooh. Yeah.
Put you on the spot here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I think
Well, see, I don't want to give you the same answer.
Oh,
I've been asked this before once, and at that time it was like a few years ago. It was Andy Mineo coming in hot,
There you go.
There you go.
and I was like, "Yeah, you can't beat that, right?" Yep. I'll stick with that.
I think
I'll say that for now.
I think
a good one.
that's a solid choice.
That's a good one.
I think like because I love WWE growing up. CM Punk's Cult of Personality. That just like that like first little start is just like I don't know like it makes
Yeah.
you like kind of jazzed up. I feel like that's like one of like my favorite ones.
Yeah.
You got one if you were a wrestler?
If I were a wrestler, Swish a House, Not a Stain on Me. You're gonna have to go back and listen to that.
Yeah,
It's
I want to.
yeah. It's an old. I don't. It's just,
He knew it right away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready to
Yeah,
go.
it gets me going.
I had to think about that one for a second. Wait,
Yeah.
and then man, I remember growing up watching WWE, Randy Orton's.
Yeah,
song.
I mean,
Yeah. You just getting good pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, man, this is like derailing a little bit, but I think it was my 11th birthday, 10th or 11th birthday. I had a wrestling birthday party where my parents, it was so cool. We'd gotten the CD, the wrestling CD. It was when Stone Cold was
There you
track
go.
number one. And the whole party was we would play our music, we'd go to the trampoline, and we'd have a wrestling match on the trampoline.
Oh, nice.
It was
So
cool.
dangerous, but yeah.
Yeah. Different times, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up doing we did a WWE skit last year.
Okay.
Taylin, she's a huge WWE fan.
Yeah.
And till this day, like almost after every pep rally, if one of the kids see me, they're like, "When's wrestling gonna do another skit?" Because man, it was like bias, and most of the kids even say like that was the best pep rally
Yeah.
we've ever had.
Like you're talking skit, like actual
legit.
throwing
Like, she had a whole
punches.
storyline from top to bottom.
Oh wow.
Like I was Vince McMahon, and like we talked about wrestling, and like the.
Y'all did the behind the scenes microphone.
Oh, we did
calling
all.
people
No,
out. Yeah.
We went out in the middle of the basketball court.
Can we find this video?
Yeah, where is that?
Probably,
At?
yeah. I can give you some clips.
Perfect.
And,
We need that.
Straight up, we put our crash pads out in the middle, which was kind of like our ring. I was Vince McMahon and like did all the things. We were talking crap to, like the football against wrestling, and it was like, they played the part well, and the football guys were like, you wouldn't even have a program if it wasn't for us.
Oh my gosh.
You don't even have a but. It was legit.
Yeah.
And like everybody was in it.
See this. Yeah.
Oh man, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. I'm surprised you probably didn't hear about it, but yeah, it was cool. And like Taylor took me out. Psh,
Yeah.
Stone Cold Stunner. She was
Stone Cold Stunner. There you go.
All of it. It was legit. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
Yeah, we need to see that. We need to see that.
For sure.
Coach, we got a couple of rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
I'll start. We prepped you with this one because this is a hard one, but favorite wrestling movie or documentary?
Well, see, I'll go recent, right? Everybody probably say Vision Quest. I'll go with the Anthony Robles. It just came out maybe last year. He's one leg, won national championship. Kind of told the story behind the scenes. I really enjoyed that movie. It was good.
You remember? That's years ago, but we're basically the same age. So it was a Disney movie. The blind wrestler.
Kung Fu Panda. No.
No, he was a blind wrestler. I think it was like going to the mat or.
Maybe. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's been so long since I've seen it, but I remember that one when I was a kid.
I kind of stopped watching. It's so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody does it right,
Yep.
and it's like that is not how you wrestle.
Yep.
And it's like, could you?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was one that I remember as a kid because I was like, oh, it's like a wrestling movie, like, and like that's what I was doing at the time. So I was like, well, it's speaking to me, So that was one of my favorite ones. This one's a really good one because I think this is every wrestler knows this one. Go to post tournament meal, like you've done your cut, you've done everything, you just finished your match. Like where are you going to fill up?
Man, see, it depends on where we are. But I think a big one that everybody loves is the Big Texan.
Oh,
Big
okay.
Texan.
Yeah, we go to the Big Texan when we finish up if we're in Amarillo. And man, I just get a steak.
Steak, there you go.
You have anybody take down the 72 ounce on your team ever?
Big Ryder Hatton probably could if we let him. So, but no, nobody yet. Nobody's tried. You got to keep them in line when we're out there.
Yep. I believe that.
Make a spectacle over there. I think mine was IHOP. I love you get like a freaking stack of pancakes, dude. Yeah, hash browns. I'd take I'd get the eggs like a little runny and throw it in the hash brown. Like
Sandoval is probably definitely a little bit more lenient. He was like here and there. We had Coach Romero. That guy was. He had done it for I don't know, man, so many years. By the time I was there, he knew by the second what we were going to be doing.
Yep.
And so, yeah, like we go this place, we're eating at this place. We go to this place, we're eating at this place. So it really tore him up. Our spot was Furs.
Oh,
We
Furs.
were always at
Love Furs.
Anywhere we went, if there was a Furs, we were at Furs. But then they shut down. So then we were like, all right, now Coach Romero has to find a new spot. But yeah.
He resigned. He retired.
Yep.
No more Furs.
Hey,
I'm done.
but if you want to feed some wrestlers first,
Yes.
that's the one to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere that has some endless food.
That's right.
Okay, let's talk about your team for this next question. Who is the most underrated wrestler on your team right now?
Ooh. Underrated.
Which you got a lot of new people. So last year that might have been a better question, but
man,
underrated today.
I'm gonna go with. I'll say Dariana right now. She's more rated in our room now because she's having some breakout, but Dariana.
No one knows about her.
Nope.
She's about to shock some people.
For sure. Big time.
I like that.
That's cool.
Keep my eyes out for her. All right. This one's good for you too. I think I have mine, but I'm curious what yours is. Favorite practice drill that you do?
Ooh. Iron Man.
Iron Man? You want to explain that for?
So Iron Man is basically like groups of 4, and one guy stays in, and he'll wrestle all the other guys before he comes out. And so then it's just a constant rotation. So 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, and then 2 versus 3, 2 versus 4, 2 versus 1. So it's just kind of nonstop. It's good little test of will.
Yeah, I remember that one. That will burn you out.
So that would kill me.
Oh yeah,
Dude. Like it's so funny about wrestling. Like you don't realize it, but 30 seconds can feel so long, and it can just destroy like everything you got.
Yeah.
I have one that I kind of did, maybe not the safest drill in the world, but basically I called it the gauntlet, and everyone's on the circle. And so you start with the lightest classes. They go at each other. You win, you stay on. You lose, you come off.
Climb up.
And then you climb up and see how far you can go.
Yeah.
It does get a little dangerous towards the end there, you know. So I always tell my bigger guys, like, hey, if there's still a little guy in there, like you don't have to run at him. Like just just take it easy. There was another one that we used to do. I don't even remember what you called it, but like everyone's on the mat. And I think you start with like, yeah, like everyone, like you just try to take everyone down.
I remember that in middle school, high school when we would do that. That was one of my favorites.
That was part of like mat drills.
Yeah.
Football guys do mat drills like that.
That was a great one. I love that. So much fun.
Wrestling,
wrestling can be fun. Like, you know, if y'all aren't doing it, like there's so much fun you can do with it. And, you know, you even talk about practice. Like I was very like, I kept my kids limited. I don't know about you, but like, I mean, especially in middle school, like double leg, single leg, half.
You have to.
That's what we ran like every day, every single day. And, you know, I don't remember who or what wrestling coach said this, like, but like to be successful at like one move, I think they said you had to practice it like 10,000 times to be able to like execute it correctly in a match. But like, yeah, like, you know, in middle school, 3 moves is all you need. You can take those 3 perfectly, then we can start adding on more and more and more. But I've drilled that into my kids, like, and they knew it too. Like we'd line up on the whistle, takedown. Get up, take down, get up, take down, get up. Like it was exhausting. But like I think those little things with wrestling like can make, you know, just some really good wrestlers, especially at a young age.
Yeah, it's how you have to ingrain it in their brain. Just repetition over and over and over. Like I want to learn something new. You can barely do this, and you can't even do it live.
Right?
So stop.
yeah. But man, there's so many things to wrestling. I can think now. I'm over here missing. I'm like, I gotta go wrestle. You want to throw down real quick?
Right? You can go help at Monterey. I bet they.
I'm gonna be there. So this year, you know, I've been venturing out and photographing a lot more. Like I'm definitely like gonna go and like photograph some wrestling. I already have them on my schedule, so like I'm gonna be at this one, and like definitely gonna be December. You said 15th, right?
December 15th.
I'm so gonna go to that. Like I'm so excited for that now.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
Man, Coach, I think that's about what we got for today. Appreciate you being on here. This was fun, man.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Hey, before we go, tell us one more time. December 15th. Let's tell it to the camera. We'll get it here. Tell us what's going on, date, time, where they should be at.
So December 15th is going to be our senior night at Lubbock Cooper High School. You will probably enter in through door 1, the main gym. We've got some more construction. We're building a new main gym. Just avoid that. But
wow.
Front of the school will probably start about 6 p.m. Get the lights going, get everything rocking and rolling. Should be fun. So we're going back to our old crosstown rival, going Friendship.
Ooh, really?
That's
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What can everyone expect that night? What?
Fireworks. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So he got some scrappy kids too. We had our scrimmage over there with them. So I'm hoping it to be a good night. You know, I want it to be competitive. That's my biggest thing is like have some good matches so fans can see.
That'll be fun.
Earn some new fans.
New coach DeLulo over there.
Yep.
That'll be a fun night.
He's a solid coach. So the kids should be ready to go come December. So I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Well, awesome. Thank you. Coach, anything else?
No, I'm excited. It's going to be a great season, and we're excited to watch y'all.
Absolutely. Hey, everyone, thank you for watching this episode. If you don't already follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're Fungo Productions. And hey, do us a favor. If you aren't subscribed to this on Spotify or Apple yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.